Start winning at the races with Daily Racing Form's new Mobile Pass performances, featuring exclusive buyer speed figures and expert analysis and selections. Go to drf.com/best and get the power of DRF in the palm of your hand. Hi, everybody. Dan Illman, Mike Beer, kicking off the graded stakes portion of the Kentucky Oaks Friday card at Churchill Downs with race number 8. Let's throw up the field for the grade 2. 8 Bell Stakes. 3-year-old fillies going 7 furlongs. $300,000 is the purse. The number 7, 4 Graces, is your second choice at 7-5 on the morning line. She's the only prior graded stakes winner. She's won 2, one at Churchill Downs. And I guess she has a little bit of an advantage, Mike, drawing outside the favorite Monday Call.
Yeah, I agree with that. She did get the better of the post position draw. We'll just see what happens with the 2 favorites, Dan, because it does feel like, you know, they could be destined to hook up here. They're both horses with speed who want to be on the lead.
Let's throw up that Timeform US pace projector. It's a red bar scenario in Timeform US parlance. That means we are expecting a fast pace Monday Call breaking from the inside post. Perhaps her hooves are forced and Florent Giroux's going to have to go from the inside post. But if 4 Graces, who is a fast horse in her own right, is intent on the lead, I can foresee a situation where Florent breaks, lets 4 Graces get over, gets off the inside, and stalks in the 2 path.
I can see that too, if only because that's what they did at Keeneland 2 starts back then off the layoff there, because she had speed. They did let another horse go to get to the outside. It was easier to do it in that race against allowance horses. It'll be more difficult to do it here. I don't know. You know, you could be playing with fire, turning 4 Graces loose on the lead in here because she's a good horse. But Monday Call, she's been very, very good.
And let's watch Monday Call's very, very good recent performance in the Audubon Oaks. They spent $950,000 on her as a yearling, and this is what they've been waiting for. She controlled this pace from the start, and it wasn't a very fast pace, but just look at her stride out at the end. Very impressive performance, 100 buyer speed figure. It looks like this Into Mischief filly is coming into her own.
It really does. I mean, obviously, she had a pretty easy trip in that race last time, but that was an impressive win. And she just feels like the kind of filly just getting better and better with every start, Dan. Save the spin away, where it just feels like maybe they were asking a little too much of her in just her second start. She's been really, really good in all of her races.
Number 2 is Never Forget. She went around 2 turns last time out in an off-the-turf race at Indiana Grand. She got up close to a moderate pace. And against those maidens, first-time blinkers, she's 1-2 for a reason. She just drubbed that field. The waters get a lot deeper this time around.
Yeah, really tough here, turning back in distance against the 2 favorites, especially. She looked good winning last time, but I mean, just absolutely loose on a slow pace in a race that was rained off the turf, and she still only ran a 75.
Number 3 is Extra Effort. She graduated at Churchill Downs 2 starts back, then ran this race at Belterra Park on a sloppy track. First race against winners. There was a solid pace going on over this sloppy footing. Extra Effort is in the blue cap. She's going to take a big bump right around here in mid-stretch. Maybe that hurt her momentum a little bit. Were you disappointed that she didn't win this race?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say I was disappointed, but it did certainly seem like she could have gotten by. And maybe you're right, Dad. Maybe the bump there just sort of broke her momentum at a crucial point. She couldn't get it done. You can also add in the sloppy track as a little bit of an excuse as well. We'll just see if she can improve, because clearly she's going to have to improve a lot to beat this field.
Number 4, Perfectly Claire's a lightly raced sleeper candidate. She's run 3 times in her career, and she's less than a length away from being undefeated. She's also won her last 2 races, and she cost $250,000 as a yearling. This is a daughter of Munnings. She scored last time out from close to the pace. Something tells me the pace is going to be a lot faster this time around as she steps up into the stakes ranks for the first time.
Yeah, I mean, it does feel like, you know, a situation where she's going to have to deal with a much faster pace this time. Overall, Dan, I think she's run well in all 3 of her starts. I actually feel like this filly is pretty good. I don't know if this is the right spot for her, especially when you consider her running style and compare it to the running style of the 2 favorites in here. But this filly has some talent and some real potential down the line.
An interesting alternative to the 2 favorites is the number 5 Sconson. Yes, she's been beaten twice by 4 Graces. And yes, we saw her finish a no-factor 3rd behind Monday Call last time out. But this time around, she gets pace. And if the 2 favorites hook up, Sconson might be the best pure closer.
Yeah, that is true. I think she is a dangerous horse in here. Hasn't really threatened 4 Graces or Monday Call in her last 2 starts. But really, she had no chance in the Audubon Oaks last time. The pace was way too slow for her. Go back 3 starts, Dan. The last time she caught a truly fast pace, She came with a huge finish in there. I think she's a dangerous horse in this race.
If It Rains, upgrade the 6. Perfect Happiness. Both of her lifetime wins on off tracks, including this score at Ellis Park over Muddy Going last time out. And she just put the boots to this field in the final furlong, continuing to extend her lead. She wins by about 10, although the horses she beat in here certainly below the caliber of what she's going to be facing on Friday.
Looked good in this race. She improved again to win here, which is what you want to see with a horse who's only made a couple of starts here since a layoff as a 3-year-old. She was no match for Monday Call 2 starts back in that allowance race, but she didn't run poorly there, Dan, and she improved last time.
Here's the favorite, 4 Graces. She's won 4 of 5 in her career. She scores in the Grade 3 Beaumont. I love the way they just took the race to these horses. She was odds on. They didn't fool around by rating. They put her on the lead, and she's just better. Sconsen's going to finish a no-factor second. 4 Graces won this race from on the lead. She's shown the ability to sit just off of a horse. Julien Leparoux's going to play the break. I think he's going to let Monday Call go if Flo Giray wants it, and he's going to try to sit second, a very logical and dangerous contender.
Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing to knock about this horse. She's just run well in all of her starts, a multiple graded stakes winner already. And as you've already pointed out, I think she did get the best of the draw here, Dan. I have no knocks on this filly. I preferred the horse to the inside, but I won't be surprised when 4 Graces is too good.
And I agree with you. As we take a look at our top selections in here, we both respect the morning line favorite. I think Monday Call's just coming into her own. I think she might have a big forward move, breaking from the inside post. I'm curious to see how she handles a horse like 4 Graces. You want to use Sconsen, maybe splitting the 2 chalks with a late bid.
Yeah, I just felt like maybe that was the way. If you're going to bet the race, that might be the way to bet it. And it doesn't matter if you prefer the 1 or the 7. You can put either one on top, but maybe try and get the closer in the middle of them because they could really hook up in this race.
1574 for Mike, 1756 for me. It's the first graded stakes race on the Kentucky Oaks Friday card. It's the 8 Bells, and race number 8 is an approximate post time of 3:05 Eastern. Good luck.